Remember when Hulk used to be the scariest, most unpredictable Avenger? When Bruce Banner was terrified of the monster inside him, and so were we. Well, those days are long gone. Hulk used to be this unstoppable force, a problem, even for his own team. Now he's posing for selfies, cracking jokes, and casually explaining gamma radiation over breakfast. Somewhere along the way, Marvel turned Hulk into a completely different character, and not everyone's happy about it. Because underneath all the humor and science talk, there's a simple truth. Hulk just doesn't feel like Hulk anymore. Somewhere along the way, Marvel turned Hulk into a completely different character, and not everyone's happy about it. Back in The Incredible Hulk and the Avengers, Hulk felt like a real threat. Bruce wasn't in control, and that made things interesting. Every time he transformed, it was chaos. You didn't know who he might hurt. Even his own teammates were nervous around him. That was the whole point. Hulk wasn't just strong, he was unpredictable. He didn't follow orders, and he didn't care about strategy. He just smashed whatever was in front of him. The tension came from Bruce constantly trying to keep the monster inside. And when he failed, the consequences were huge. Buildings destroyed, cities evacuated, and everyone on edge. That version of Hulk had weight. He was more than just a superhero. He was a problem the team had to manage, and that made him stand out. Then came Thor Ragnarok. Hulk was still strong, still smashing things, but something had changed. For the first time, he could talk a bit. It wasn't just grunts or simple words, but actual sentences. He was less angry, more playful. Instead of being a force of pure destruction, he started showing a bit of personality. Hulk wasn't just the monster anymore. He had opinions. He joked around with Thor, and they even argued like old friends. He was still unpredictable, but he wasn't as scary as before. The angry, uncontrollable Hulk was starting to fade, and Marvel began shifting the character to be more fun, more likable. And, to be honest, it worked for that movie. The whole tone of Ragnarok was lighter, more comedic, and Hulk fit into that perfectly. Fans enjoyed this version because it brought a fresh energy to the character. But looking back, this change set the stage for what was coming next. The problem with Smart Hulk isn't that it's a bad idea, it's the way Marvel handled it. Instead of deepening his character, they took away what made Hulk unique. In the earlier films, Hulk wasn't just a hero, he was a walking time bomb. Bruce Banner couldn't control him, and that made for great drama. Every time Hulk showed up, there was a sense of danger. What would he do next? Would he hurt someone? Would he hurt himself? But with Smart Hulk, all that tension was gone. Suddenly, Hulk wasn't the uncontrollable force of nature anymore. He became a tool, something Bruce could use at will. No more fear, no more chaos. And then, in She-Hulk Attorney at Law, things got even weirder. Instead of the serious, complex Smart Hulk we saw in Endgame, the series gave us a more relaxed, almost goofy version of the character. He was no longer even the angry Hulk, but now he was more like Bruce's quirky, fun uncle, just hanging out and giving Jennifer Walters advice. This version of Hulk further diminished the character's weight. It felt like Marvel was trying to make him even less of a threat and more of a comic relief character. While it fit the tone of She-Hulk, it didn't really match the expectations of a character who was supposed to be one of the most powerful beings in the MCU. In the comics, Hulk has always been more than just a brute force. He's a character with deep internal struggles, between Bruce Banner and the Hulk persona, between being a hero and a monster. This constant battle is what makes the Hulk such a compelling figure. But in the movies, especially with Smart Hulk and She-Hulk, that conflict seems to disappear. Instead of being a tragic figure caught between two worlds, Hulk becomes just another quirky hero, losing the weight of his original comic book counterpart. Fans were hoping Marvel would show more of Hulk's internal conflict. They wanted to see Bruce Banner struggle with the Hulk inside him, not just have him magically solve the issue with Smart Hulk. The constant back and forth between the two sides, Bruce's intelligence and Hulk's raw power, was one of the most interesting parts of the character in the comics and earlier films. The idea of Bruce finally accepting the Hulk was a good one, but the way it was handled felt rushed. Instead of seeing Hulk's struggle develop over time, we got smart Hulk with little emotional growth. Fans hope to see more of the Hulk who could still be unpredictable, while also learning to control his rage in a more meaningful way. Let me know what you think. Should Marvel bring back the old Hulk, or are you fine with how he is now? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.